What's up everyone, Jammy here, back again with some more WWE Champions content, and we are back on the skill plate reviews today as we take a look at the Name of Fear skill plate. So, I was asked in the YouTube comments recently if I could take a look at some of the plates on the Queen of Hearts prize wall for this week. Now, I've already done one on the Red Piper's Power Plate, which I will put a link to in the corner of this video at this point. But other than that, I don't believe I have done any of these others, so we're going to take a look at the Name of Fear today, and I may try and get one more out this week before the end of this prize wall. Not sure which one yet, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, like I said, we're going to take a look at the Name of Fear today. So this skill plate, whenever you make 6 or more countdown gems, you increase your black gem damage by 200% for 2 turns. So we have a list. I've got a list of 9 today. There are a couple of others that work for it, but they're very fidgety and not really ones that I would recommend it for. So yeah, we're gonna take a look, and we'll start with the number 9 on our list. Okay, so number 9, we have Michelle McCool, the All-American Diva. So Michelle has her double black and yellow moveset here. So the backlift face buster makes 35 random gems into 1 turn countdown gems. These will make 2 multiply gems of strength 3 each. So when they go off, they should make the entire board into multiplies. You have the roundhouse kick, makes the bottom row into pyro gems, which those pyros will make multis, which are of strength 5. And then the big boot will make 7 pyros into greens, and then turn the entire board into black gems. So, basis of this, you hit the face buster, make the pyros, you hit the roundhouse kick to put the pyro gems on the bottom row, and then the big boot breaks the pyros and turns the board into black, which breaks all of the strength 5 multis. Obviously, you're getting no actual use out of the countdown gems other than purely to get the damage boost from the 200% of the plate, but yeah, that's 200% on top of these multiply gems of strength 5. So yeah, it works for Michelle. The only one problem you will have is this face buster is not going to recycle, which is why Michelle is at the bottom of our list. So you could get around that with a yellow rumble plate, but otherwise that's probably a one hit hopeful. So that is Michelle McCool at number 9, and let's go take a look at the next one. Okay, so up next we have Smash of Demolition. So Smash has this moveset here, the Discus Clothesline, which will increase your red MP by 10, obviously going to be used to charge both of these moves here. The Pump Handle Drop turns 29 random gems into 2 turn countdown gems, which will make 2 gems each into black gems. And also it is a hardcore move, so if your opponent is an acrobat, you will also increase your black gem damage by 100% for 1 turn. And then you have the Power Bomb, which decreases the timer on your countdown gems by 2, which will obviously automatically set them straight off, turning the entire board into black gems. So, nice and easy moveset there, self-recycles, and if you're going up against an acrobat opponent, you will increase your black gem damage as well. So yeah, works perfectly for Smash, so that is him, and we go to the next. And in at number 7 then, we have Seth Rollins, the Radical Revolutionary. So Seth has the double black and blue moveset here, the 450 Splash, chooses a 7x1 area to turn into 1 turn countdown gems that will make 5 gems each into multiply gems of strength 3. The belly to back suplex, you choose 5 gems to make into blue gems. And then the super kick, which will turn 34 multiply gems into black gems. So relatively simple, does require a tiny bit of RNG, purely because you want to hope not to cascade. Because what you will need to do is lay out your countdown gems and then use the belly to back suplex to create a 5-match swipe of the blue gems, which obviously is A, is going to charge your super kick, and B, is going to set off the countdown gems to get the multiply gems onto the board, which you can convert into black gems. So tiny bit of RNG, but so long as you lay them out right in the right place in an area where it doesn't look like it should cascade, you probably 98% of the time won't. So definitely works for Seth, and we can move on from him to our number 6. Okay, and coming in at number 6 then is Penta Era. So with Penta, we have his triple black moveset, but in reality you only really need 2 of these movesets, which is the Sling Blade to make the bottom row into 1 turn countdown gems, which will increase the strength multis by 1, and the Pendulum Drop Kick, which makes lets you choose, I should say, a 6x4 area into black gems. And it is also a hardcore move, so if you are facing a defensive style opponent, you will first make 9 random gems into multis of strength 9. But this does at max go to a 7x5 area of black gems and 10 gems, or 10 multis of strength 10. So that's a fairly chunky increase for just taking it up the 1 more level to max. But what you can also do if you are happy to run a 2-turn move on this is you can hit the submission for the seed rear chinlock, and that will give you some multis of strength 2, which if you hit the Sling Blade first and then the chinlock, while it is risky, it certainly could work. You would then get the multis on your next turn. The Sling Blade countdown gems will go off, they will increase the multis from strength 2 to strength 3, and then you can use the Pendulum Drop Kick to overwrite as many of those multiplies as possible with black gems. So that would certainly give you a nice boost to your damage. But completely up to you how you want to run that one. But I mean, that's Penta. So we move on from him and we go to our number 5. So coming in next is a very rare character, and my first chance to actually make proper use of my new content creator account to show off a character that I don't have myself, which is Cody Rhodes' Casey Jones. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cody Rhodes. So he has the moveset on screen here. The Cowabunga Dude is a 1 MP move, so you don't need to worry about MP charge for this. Increases your red MP by 5. The Hooking makes 29 random gems into 1 turn countdown gems, which will make 3 each into blue gems. And the Goongala, so you choose a 7x1 area to make into Snowfall gems, which when broken will make black gems. And then you choose a 7x1 area to make into blue. So fairly self-explanatory moveset here. Obviously hit the Cowabunga Dude, hit the Hooking, and then the Goongala you will lay the Snowfalls on the top row and use the 7x1 of blue to break them and make the rest of the board into black gems. So very clear and simple moveset, and works perfectly for Casey Jones. But obviously I appreciate this is a very rare character these days, so I'm gonna say most, but I presume most of the community won't have Cody. So we'll move on from him, and we'll go take a look at number 4. And with that we move from a very rare character to a character that everyone should have, because we look at Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead, who was last month's freebie. So with Lemmy we can take a look. He has this moveset here, so the Bomber, which will make the entire board into Pyro Gems, which will make reds when broken. The Shine turns all of those Pyro Gems into 0 turn countdown gems, which will increase your black move damage by 3%. And then the Iron Fist swaps a 5x5 area into black gems. So the thing I like with this moveset is it's a double dose of damage, which works quite nicely, because obviously the Bomber and the Shine are going to combine to give you your countdowns. Because they're 0 turn countdowns, they set off immediately, increasing the move damage of your Iron Fist. And then you are also getting a boost to your black gem damage from the plate, so this should do a fair amount of damage, I would think, obviously depending on which you choose to boost on your strap between the move damage and the gem damage. But yeah, certainly works for Lemmy, and I think it should do a nice chunk of damage, so we will move on from him, and we will go and take a look into our top 3. Okay, so our bronze medal spot goes to Kofi Kingston of the New Day's World. And Kofi makes countdowns with this moveset here. So we have the Flying Clothesline, which is going to increase your purple MP by 10 to charge both of the moves above. The Tornado DDT makes 7 random gems into 1 turn countdowns, which will make 8 random gems into black gems each. And then the SOS is going to increase your black gem damage by 100%, and then decrease the timer of your countdown gems by 1, setting them off and turning the board into black gems. So again, very simple moveset there, also self-recycling, and works perfectly for this plate for Kofi. So we move on from him, and we go to take a look at the number 2 spot. And coming in at number 2 then, we have the Undertaker, the dead man himself. Keep on rolling. So our latest version of the Undertaker, and he has this moveset here. So the 1 MP red move, the Suit Bones, makes the 7th column into 2 turn countdown gems that will deal 10 million damage each and increase your black MP by 2 at the end of the countdown. The Old School makes the bottom 5 rows into multiple gems of strength 2, and then makes the middle column into 2 turn countdown gems, and these will make multiplies into black gems at the end of their countdown. And the Tombstone Pile Driver, which will decrease your countdown gem timers by 2. So again, relatively simple moveset. This you are going to be able to double proc the skill plate every turn with this as well, because you have 2 moves making at least 6 countdowns. And obviously the combination of the 2 blacks is going to self-recycle, and the Suit Bones is a 1 MP, so it recycles itself each turn anyway. So yeah, this works very well for the Undertaker, and with the way that this is going to lay out, so long as you hit the Suit Bones first, what you will effectively end up with is 2 3x5 areas of black gems, which are of multiply gems, which are being converted into black gems. So yeah, it works very nicely for the Undertaker, especially with that double proc. So that's him in at number 2, and we'll go and take a look at number 1, which at this point should be fairly self-explanatory, because we have not yet looked at the person who this plate was created for. And that man, of course, is the Tongan Terror himself, the man whose name inspires fear. It is Haku. So I've shown Haku and this moveset off before with a video regarding Titan, and I'm pretty sure most of you know it by now, but just for those who may not. So we have the Pendulum Backbreaker. It makes the top row into Snowfall gems, which will generate black gems when broken. And then it turns the bottom row into 1 turn countdown gems, which will make Snowfalls into blue gems. The Scoop Power Slam increases your black MP by 10 to charge the Savat Kick, which will increase your black gem damage by 180% for 1 turn, and then decrease your countdown gem timers by 2, setting off the countdowns you make down here, which in turn will make the snowfalls into blue and turn the entire board below them into black gems. Now this works very well, especially if you compare it with a rainbow snowfall or a black snowfall plate on the ultimate plates. And yeah, it does a nice ton of damage, which, as I've shown previously, is very good for Titan, especially when you can keep rolling it through. So yeah, that is Haku in at number 1 on our list. And that is us done for this video. So I hope this has been useful for you all, and gives you some insight into who is good for the name of Fear skill plate. So please guys, like, share and subscribe, all of the good stuff. Drop me a comment down below if perchance there is anyone that I have missed from the list who you think should be an obvious choice. And otherwise, keep jamming and have a nice day.